Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. How are you all doing? Great too? Good. That's really great. Yes, I'm also good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you and welcome to your numeracy class. In today's class, the topic that we are going to revise is capacity. Okay. So, who is going to define capacity for me? Amount of liquid a container can hold is known as its capacity. Very well done, Alize. Everybody clap for Alize. Yes, the amount of fluid a liquid can, the amount of liquid or the amount of fluid a container can hold is known as its capacity, right? Whatever amount of fluid, whatever amount of liquid can be poured into a container, which that represents its capacity, that this is the capacity of this particular container or a jar or a cup, glass, whatever the object is. So capacity is basically, as we have, while defining it, we have specifically talked about the liquids or the fluids. So this means that capacity is only the measurement of liquids or fluids. In the capacity, we don't talk about the solid objects, right? So this is one thing which we have get through the definition. Now, when we move forward, so we talked about the different objects have different capacities, right? Let's say if you talk about a cup is small, right? So it can have a small amount of liquid in it in comparison to a glass which is bigger than the cup, right? So a glass has more capacity of holding the liquid than a cup. Then if we talk about a bottle has more capacity than a glass, right? So in this manner we go from a small to the to an increasing order, that this particular object has this much capacity, then this, and so on. So it basically tells us that how much fluid can be poured or can be put into that particular container. So now I'm going to share the screen with you. We have an interesting video related to the capacity, so we will watch it together, and then we will there are some practice exercise in your book, so we will be doing that together. Show me a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Okay, great.
Capacity or volume. What is it? It's the amount of liquid or anything that's inside a container. Like this container is of 1 liter, but it has only 500 milliliters in it. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is a jar. Jar of jam. It has 350 milliliters inside it. How do we measure capacity? It's through these instruments like jars, tubes that has numbers and indications on it that tells us how much water or the product is inside. Like some bottles say that they have a 1 liter capacity in it, and some are big bottles. They say that they have 2 liters capacity in it.
Okay, so see, they have given a very good example that capacity is basically the measurement of the amount of fluid that we can put in a container that can, or in any object. So when we talk about the capacity, you might have seen the bottles of juices or any type of liquid. It can be of water, it can be of milk. So over that, the capacity is mentioned that this is of 1 liter, this is 1.5 liter, 2 liters, right? Cold drinks have this. So that is capacity, that this bottle can contain only this much fluid, right? That let's say you bought a bottle of juice from the market, and then you bring it at your home after finishing the juice. Now you can use that bottle for other purposes. Let's say you can refill it with water and you can put it in fridge, right? So in order to know that how much water you can pour into this, there is the capacity mentioned on that, that this is the capacity of this particular bottle, this particular jar, and it can hold only this much liquid, right?
This is how you measure capacity and volume.
And over here, they have shown you different types of jars or different types of measuring liquid containers as well, right? These are usually used in the labs. Um, these flasks and these cylinders, these are usually used in the laboratories for where the experiments are being done so that they can measure the exact amounts of fluids. Okay, so now, because we have already devised what is capacity, so I want all of you to please open your book page number 123. This is 123. Please open this. So the first exercise, which is exercise number 19, it is your home assignment. Why? Because you have to take these three things, a cup, a glass, and a bottle, right? Then you first have to fill them with water. How? That how many cups full of water will fill the glass? You have to fill the glass first by using the cup, and then you have to write the number, that how many cups of water do we need to fill a glass. The second is how many cups full of water will fill the bottle. Similarly, you have to fill this water with the help of cup as well. And then you have to mention that how many cups do you need to fill a bottle. The third is which object has the greatest capacity. Now you can easily answer this, that out of these three, which one of them have the greater capacity, or which one can hold the more amount of liquid. So definitely the bottle, right? Okay. Will water overflow if a bottle of water is poured into a glass? What if we pour the liquid which is into the bottle into the glass? Will it overflow? Yes or no? Yes, it will definitely, because the amount of liquid in the bottle is much more than the glass, and the glass does not have this much capacity. So when we will pour it into the glass, it will overflow. Is the reverse also true? No. When we pour the amount of liquid in the glass into the bottle, it will not overflow because the bottle has more capacity. So it will still contain some free space. Okay. And let's move toward exercise number 20. Number the objects in order of capacity. You have to move from smallest to biggest. Which one of them have the smallest capacity? Then what comes after that? What next? And in this manner, you are supposed to reach till the largest one. So which, according to you, have the smallest capacity? This spoon, okay. Then this cup, okay. Then after that, the glass. Then this jar. No, after the glass comes this bottle. Then the jar. Then this mini fish tank. And then comes this bucket, right? So you are supposed to number them in this manner. Okay, turn the page around. Now we will also be revising a few, things related to the time. We are done with the clocks, right? And you know how to read and write time, right? So there's a small practice of both types of work that we have done already. In the first one, what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to draw the hands on the clock according to the time. So, and we discussed that there are some special terms which are associated while we are telling time to somebody. It's quarter past, quarter to, half past, remember? So you are supposed to draw the hands of these clocks according to the time which is mentioned at the bottom. So look at this first one. Quarter past 4 mean that the hour hand would be pointing toward 4 and the minute hand would be pointing toward 3. Very good. Quarter to 4 means that the hour hand would be somewhere in between 3 and 4. Not in between, it would be closer to 4. And the minute hand would be pointing toward 9. Excellent. Okay. 35 minutes past 9. So this means that the hour hand would be pointing toward 9 and the minute hand would be pointing toward the 7. Very good. Okay. Now look at the next question. It says that write each of these in numbers. Now you have to write these in numbers and label them as AM or PM. 1 hour before midnight. What is the 1 hour before midnight? 11 o'clock, right? So is it 11 AM or PM? PM. Very good. 1 hour after midday. What would be the time? 1 o'clock. Very good. And that would be AM or PM? That would be PM. Very good. 3 hours before midday. 9. Okay. And it would be AM or PM? AM. Excellent. 2 hours after midnight. It would be 2 o'clock. AM or PM? AM. Very good. 5 hours before midnight. It would be 7 o'clock. And AM or PM? PM. Very well done. Excellent. Okay. So that was all for today. We have revised 2 topics. The one is about the capacity and the second we have revised about the time. So I'm very, very happy that you guys remember these special terms which are associated with the time. So do revise all of these topics at your home as well. And let me know if you have any confusion. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Allah Hafiz.